Thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting our channel. But if you are new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so, and we shall continue to bring you the latest news as they come. And together we shall work with our great leader, ԶԱՂԱԵՒ Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and Eastern Security Network to make our Biafran dream a reality. He said, the King Pharaoh of Nigeria and the wicked, evil Fulani king, Muhammadu Buhari, is tired, and all his deceptive tricks and lies have been exposed. Like the biblical Pharaoh, he will surely be disgraced and put to shame. You know, the Plateau State youth said that if they had listened to our leader, ﷺ Nnamdi Kanu, instead of their slave governor, who is working for the Fulani Janjaweed and the terrorist Nigerian military, they said that the Fulani terrorists wouldn't have succeeded in the recent attacks on their villages. They said now they have vowed to defend their villages. You know, they are not happy because they thought that their villages are very close to the army barracks. And when the attack started, they informed the military, but the military took side. And now they are regretting that if they had known, they would have listened to ﷺ Nnamdi Kanu instead of their terrorist Nigerian military and their Fulani slave governor. You know, the Nigerian High Commission in London, the United Kingdom, has shut its office over continuous protests by Nigerians and Biafrans who have joined the Buhari must go, the revolution now, and free ﷺ Nnamdi Kanu struggle, and gathered at the commission daily. You know, the United Nations and the United Kingdom government support has failed the Fulani government, despite calling the police on them, but they couldn't do anything. They tried to use the United Nations, they tried to use the UK government to stop Nigerians and Biafrans from protesting on a daily basis, but all those failed. It failed because those countries, as you know, the United Kingdom is a civilized country. They follow the rule of law. It's not like Nigeria that the terrorists are ruling. You know, it's not. It was learned that the Nigerian mission, embarrassed by the gathering which were putting the King Pharaoh of Nigeria and the evil and wicked Fulani king, who calls himself the president of the zoo called Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, and his Fulani Janjaweed terrorist aides, is putting them under pressure. So they had to close the High Commission. They closed it. But you know, the Fulani, in their usual tradition, they sowed a lie to deceive everyone in the world. They claimed that the mission was closed because of COVID-19 virus. So how come their missions or their embassies in other Western nations are not closed? How come they are not closed? They think everyone is a Janjaweed like them. You know, other embassies and Nigerian high commissions in other civilized nations are opened, and there's COVID everywhere, so they should stop lying. They closed it because of the embarrassment by the gathering which is putting the wicked Buhari and his terrorist aides under pressure. And they claim that the head of immigration section and 2 other officials went for a meeting at the Home Office. At the entrance, COVID test was administered on them, and one of them tested positive to COVID-19. The affected officer immediately isolated, while the other official who tested negative will also isolate for the next 10 days. In response to this challenge that is according to what the Fulani Nigerian government is saying, they are lies. They said that the mission embarked on testing all officials of the mission, after which another official tested positive in line with COVID-19 regulations and the need to adhere to the rule and regulation of the host country. The mission will close down for the next 10 days in order to observe the mandatory isolation of those who were in contact with the affected official. That's what the Fulani ﷺ said. That's their big lie. You know, that is a very big lie. The truth is that the UK government, the United Nations support for the Fulani Janjaweed has failed them. It has failed them. The police refused to arrest the people, protesting. They thought it was like Nigeria, where they would send their terrorist military to start shooting. Meanwhile, the doctors in Nigeria are on strike because the Fulani Nigerian government are not being truthful. They have an agreement, and the Fulani Nigerian government are playing them, they are playing on their intelligence, thinking they are Janjaweed. And now the doctors are on strike. And the terrorist Nigerian president had to travel to UK for medicals. What a big shame. What a big shame. What a big shame. The Nigerian Embassy, High Commission in the UK has shut down due to embarrassment by Buhari must go protesters. They have, however, claimed that it was COVID-19 related. That is a big lie. That is a big lie. Buhari and his aide, in the wake of another round of protests by Nigerians and Biafrans in the UK, again invited the London police to prevent protesters from gathering at the Trafalgar Square in London. The protesters refused to leave the ground when the High Commissioner also came to persuade them. They thought it's Nigeria. The protesters had laid a 14-day siege to the embassy, asking the terrorist Buhari to return to Nigeria and attend to the health and security issues. He should attend to them. The London policemen who chatted with the Nigerian protesters and were reportedly friendly, not like the terrorist Nigerian police. Buhari again called on the UK police on Buhari must go protesters, laying siege on the Nigerian embassy in London, but the protesters are adamant. The ambassador came and invited them to come inside, but they refused. They refused. They insisted that the president, Buhari, must go as he has failed. He has failed woefully. He must leave office. They have laid siege on the embassy for 14 days. Since Buhari left for the United Kingdom without handing over to the Vice President, Yemi Osinbajo. That is the plan of the Fulani. He handed over to Garba Shehu and Abubakar Malami. They are the ones running the zoo called Nigeria. They thought the UK police are like the Janjaweed Nigerian police. The UK police have been polite and friendly. They have been polite and friendly. My brothers and my sisters, you can see that it is all over for Nigeria. Buhari is crying foul as Nigeria is forced out of the UK. And the UN and the UK government support fails the Fulani Nigerian government. It has failed them. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video. And bye-bye for now.